Alexa, pause the music. How many of your guys' Alexas just paused whatever you guys were listening to? Coming downstairs and getting notes from a loved one. This is from my fiance. Getting notes from someone you love is awesome. So loving you is my favorite thing to do. You're a pure sunshine. Bro, what we all really want is love. What we all really want is love. I'm telling you, what we all really want is love. Regardless if you're talking about trying to make $1 billion, sell your company, what you want is love. Love with yourself, love from others, love to others. We want love. I am about to head over to, I am gonna go over to WeWork and do some meetings over there. I'll come back and eat. Let's go to WeWork. Got my camera. Got my dog. Let's go.
Anything else today?
That's it. On Friday, Damien and I do a weekly review together to go over our week and everything that's happened in it. And one of the things that we talk about is something that we loved from the week and something that we would like to work on personally with each other, whatever. And mine from last week was because I love positivity so much and have such a frustration towards hate and negativity. At times, I feel like I'm hating on hate. And I saw this video the other day. It was one of like Gary V's films that his team has put together over the years. And in the video, the first thing that they said is like, you don't kill hate with hate. You kill hate with love. When I watched it, I was just like, fuck. I feel like I get so angry when people are negative that I end up hating on haters. And that's not the way that I want to go about it. And so one thing that I'm trying to work on is not hating hate with hate, but killing hate with love. I got my coffee. I got a croissant. I got a river. Kind of hard to carry all this stuff, but we're figuring it out. This is like a parenting lesson. You right, buddy? It's like a parenting and carrying all this stuff for my kids. What's up, brother?
What else?
You're insane, bro. You're insane. You're insane. We're not gonna be able to bring you anymore. Yeah, tell me how your weekend was.
Sick. Seeing everyone for Teenies and Weenies was fun.
That was so fun.
I loved.
That was such a good time.
That is like what I was doing at San Diego at my house, like not as like formalized or whatever, but just bringing people together and different groups of people. Like I love seeing Blake and Ben having a conversation in the corner, or like Jenna and Emmy's coworkers from Poppy, just like whoever the different groups were. Like I just liked that. It was nice to just have everyone together, and that is like firing me up to like host people at my place. More shit at Jenna and Emmy's. Camel Coffee, you guys have to fucking go.
Camel Coffee?
Yeah, Silver Lake.
Yeah, this place looked unreal. You guys drove all the way out to Silver Lake?
Sunday morning, we were like, let's pick a coffee shop. We have this running like list on Instagram of coffee shops we want to go to, but most of them are like Silver Lake, Los Feliz, and we're like, we'll go another time. But for the month of June, I have 5 that are like Koreatown, downtown LA, just ones that we won't normally go to, but Saturday or Sunday, I want to start hitting the farther coffee shops that are just like on my list.
The look, you can tell when a coffee is going to be good by the color of the
1000%.
coffee. That one I was literally like, fuck.
That one is also like, it was like an espresso bar. Like they when they served it to us, they were like, have you guys been here before? They were like, all right, this is a 2-ounce espresso shot with 1 ounce of cold foam. Don't stir it, drink it sip by sip. And they were like the latte stir it. So it was like a tasting experience.
No way.
But I was like, that's like the type of like craft coffee experience that I want to have in the future. So it was just like cool to like see that in a shop.
Wow.
Up there.
What a review for Camel Coffee.
Literally.
So crazy how we very similar in terms of thoughtfulness. Because I couldn't fucking speak.
All intrinsic.
Legit, my weekend was me. I didn't speak from. When was the dinner night that we had?
Thursday night.
Thursday night until this morning. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I probably said a total of 20 words. And it was unbelievable. Like, it was amazing. Felt like I went to a silent retreat.
Wow.
The takeaway for me was it almost felt like when my voice was gone, it felt like the voice in my head, like, because I couldn't talk, it felt like my internal voice was also like, we can't talk. So it was just quiet.
That's nice.
And it felt like I was just resting. Like, it literally just felt like I just rested for 3 days. And what I was saying to Sam was, so much of the internal just like chatter is so not even needed to be listened to.
Yeah.
And like when it was like my mind would like start up and like just literally the sky, the fucking just like random things. And because I was like, no, we're trying to be silent because we can't speak right now and let's just rest, it would like chill. And I would just be like, wow, like 8 out of 10 of the thoughts that come into my brain, I don't actually need to like answer to, but it almost felt like I answer to all of them, like whether it's like, we don't need to do that, or yes or no, or no, let's not look at it that way, or let's try and be more positive, or let's try and look at it this way, or let's do this. It's just like the answering to the thoughts is so not even needed. And it was weird how like clear that was for me, of just like very similar learning from what I feel like I've learned from starting to meditate.
Wow.
Like when I started meditating, it was like, it's like focusing on, you can focus on whatever, focusing on like the sound of the wind, and like then a thought tries to pull you away, but then it's like bringing your attention back to focusing on the thought of the wind. It literally was like that for me. It was just like being present, and then a thought would come in and I'd be like, no, we're resting, we don't need to talk. And it was just like it just felt like my body just went like this.
Wow.
It's crazy. So that was really sweet.
You were meant to lose your voice.
I was just like, yeah, it definitely for sure. Basically, my whole weekend feels like it's been a fucking meditation, but it was. There we go. It was really good. It was really good.
Takeaways from the weekend on my end, a lot of just that reflection was literally just like me. I had done all like my to-dos and tasks of like cleaning, laundry, cook. So from like 7 p.m. last night, I stayed up until like midnight, which I never do. But 7 p.m. to midnight, I literally like was on my laptop, sitting in the dark, just like blank note page. So that was like kind of how I built that whole list yesterday. Cool. But doing all of that, I was like, I want to do what makes me feel good today. Like this list is gonna keep growing into July, the next month. So I heard something, I want to say it was an open meditation, but I literally do what makes me feel good today. If that's one thing on that list, that's one thing. And I think that just really helps me with like my self-internal of like, do this, do that, like be better. But it's like, no, like I just want to do one thing that makes me feel good today.
Rather than trying to do all of them?
And then like doing all of them like 20% or half-ass. And it feeling like a to-do or a task.
That's cool.
So big takeaways, do what makes me feel good today. And then what makes me feel good today is really going to help me feel good for the future.
What's up, JT? How you doing, man?
Mark, I'm well. How are you, brother?
Doing well, man.
One question. The person that would be a dream scenario, would it be somebody that is also on camera themselves, or would you want somebody that just understands your vision and is probably a customer that fits the demographic, but is filming you all the time?
This is our question for you, because we have heard both of advice. Don't change the face of the brand, which is me, but I can't be on my stories 24/7. So does that affect the brand? Does that in any way, I don't know what the right word is here, like make the people feel less connected to me when there's this other face on my Instagram, like that I've never showed another face besides mine in 10 years. So that's our question for you. Is this a person that can do product stuff with their hands and not their face, and then feed me stuff for my face? Or is it okay to bring on another face? That's our question for you.
Love it. I think that I think that the challenge with it only being you is time constraint. And like, if you actually can't film something, even if a person's filming you, if you can't do it every day, and you guys are limited to only the amount of hours that you have, and you're doing so many other things, the risk of adding somebody else is so low that I think it's worthwhile for you guys to at least try adding somebody that you guys really like. The audience, it might work to where the audience now has a deeper relationship with you guys because they've seen another person rather than just you. At the very least, you guys try it out and it doesn't work the same way as yours do after 3 months, and then you guys are like, you know what, we need to really prioritize you being in more content, so we got to remove other things from your plate so that you can make this number one priority. But because that's not there right now, I think you guys should try somebody else. One person, a couple people, like I don't see there being any negatives to it. And ideally this person is, and not to say that you are not talented at what you do, but ideally this person is super talented as well. So it doesn't feel like you're handing it off to somebody that you're like, this is a step down from me. Ideally, it's somebody that's a step up from you that you're like, this is literally what they do, is make content all day. And so by bringing them in, it's like I'm investing in somebody that is like legit at this. We are here in WeWork, and I love working from here. Here's Damien. What up? That was great. And we love working from WeWork because we get to work in conference rooms like this. And just a great place to come to. Let's go. I am back home now for lunch. I do have a call while I'm eating lunch, and then I'm gonna film content for the Creator X account, edit a YouTube video, and check some other things off of my list of work stuff.
What made you start doing this?
Great question. I had started doing consulting for brands on I started TikTok House. It got really popular. It was all over the news. Brands started hitting me up asking if I could consult for them, teaching them TikTok strategy. I started doing it with primarily CPG brands like Poppy, Super Coffee, Belly Welly, so on and so forth. The biggest pain point that they had was if the founder or the team didn't have access to filming it, they needed somebody that could come in and film it with the team. So they were like, could you find us somebody, because we love the strategy, we know what we kind of want to do, but we just don't have anybody that's like legit at this, and we don't know how to find those people. So, and there's nowhere to go and find creators. So I started just making videos about it and saying, is there anybody out there that is a legitimate creator that would want to come and do this for a brand? And like overnight we had 1,000 people that were interested. It like started this little database, and then we've just kind of been building it further. And then after like building it and pairing one brand with a creator, just the way that they felt by having somebody on their team, it was like, okay, this is actually something that we really want to dedicate to. So that was the beginning of it. Today has been a day where I have been procrastinating so much, and sometimes I just have these days where I am like resisting and like I'm doing a lot of nothing. I'm doing like these little tasks that are like checking off boxes, but I'm not actually doing the big things that I would like to do, and that's okay. It's all good. So I have like an hour now before my workout tonight. So I'm going to actually try and do one thing that is massive so I can leave today feeling like I actually really moved the needle in one way.